Welcome to English Corner, Chattogram Engineering University School and College section. Chwed Raujan Chattogram. Hello, my dear students. How are you? I think and I hope you are okay. You are hale and hearty. I am also alright. It is my great pleasure today to welcome you all to this online class today. My dear students, I am very happy to introduce myself here. This is Muhammad Gofran, Assistant Professor in English, Chattogram Engineering University School and College section. You know, by this time we conducted 3 classes. One class was for syllabus and 2 classes on first paper from English for today. Today, as per our schedule, I told you earlier, today's class will be on English grammar, and this class has been designed for class 11. Today, our topic will be completing sentences. Part 1. You know, I have divided this topic into 2 parts, part 1 and part 2. Today in part 1, I shall try to discuss some important structures, important words and phrases which you use to complete the sentences. And in the part 2 class, we shall try to conclude the class with the remaining rules and structure of completing sentences. So today we shall learn from the class number 1, definition of sentence, number 2, structures of completing sentence, and rules of completing sentence. So before going to discuss about the completing sentence, we must know the definition, then we must know the structure, then we must know the rules of completed sentences. Now come to the definition of sentence. What is called sentence? My dear students, see, sentence, a set of words giving a complete sense or meaning is called a sentence. In other words, I can say a group of words, a combination of words giving a complete sense or meaning is called a sentence. It is important to note that the words we say or write cannot make sentence unless we express our idea or feelings meaningfully or completely or acceptably. That means whenever you say something, whenever you write something, it must express our idea or our feeling, and it must be meaningful, and it must be complete, and it must be acceptable. For example, I am a fresher at Chittagong Engineering University School and College. I learn English here. Here, that means in the first sentence you see, I am a fresher. That means I am a first year student at Chittagong Engineering University School and College. It gives a complete sense and complete meaning. And here you see, I learn English. So this is also giving a complete idea, complete meaning, acceptable meaning. So what we have learned that sentence gives us an idea, a feeling, and a complete sense. Otherwise, it cannot be a sentence. Now we want to say what is completing sentence. You know, in your question paper, you will be directed to complete some sentences which are incomplete. That means you will be given some incomplete sentences to complete them. So how to complete them? Remember, you have to complete the incomplete sentences using some words or phrases, some particular words or phrases. Now we shall practice the structures of usage, and we shall practice some particular words and phrases. In the next part, you see, we shall show some structures. So how do you have learned? We have learned definition, and we have come to know the completing sentences. How to complete them? We shall have to follow some structures, some particular grammatical rules to complete the sentences. And then we shall know the structure. Here you see structures of completed sentence. Keywords who. Here who is a word which is a relative pronoun of person. See the structure: subject plus verb plus object plus who, then alternative form of object plus verb. Here example: I know the boy who is brilliant. That means I know the brilliant boy. I know the brilliant boy. So we can also say this is a complex sentence also. So I know the boy who is brilliant. It gives a complete sense, and who is used here as a relative pronoun. Then which, that, what. Which or what or that are the relative pronouns of object. So here the structure is subject plus verb plus object plus which, what, that. Then you can use alternative form of object plus verb. Example: this is the book which she wants to buy. This is the house that she bought. There is no point in what you say. So you have seen the usage of these three words here: which, that, and what. Now we shall know the usage of whom. Whom is used here. You see the structure first: subject plus verb plus whom, alternative form of object plus subject plus verb plus extension of the sentence. Here you see the boy whom you met yesterday is my brother. Here you can also write the boy who you met yesterday is my brother. So here we have practiced the usage of whom. Now we will try to understand the usage of whose. The structure whose usage: subject plus verb plus object plus whose, alternative form of subject plus noun plus verb plus extension of the sentence. You see, Kokon is my friend whose brother is a doctor. Whose brother is a doctor? That is, I know Kokon's brother who is a doctor. So, but we can say right that Kokon is my friend whose brother is a doctor. You can say in this way also. So Kokon's brother is a doctor and Kokon is my friend. So we have connected this two clauses into one. Kokon is my friend whose brother is a doctor. Then you see where. Where is a related pronoun of place. You see, subject plus verb plus object plus where, then alternative form of place plus verb. Example here: Shantiniketan is the place where I was born. You see, there is a Shantiniketan in Chattogram, Rangunia, and there is another Shantiniketan in West Bengal, India. You see, so Shantiniketan is my birthplace. So here where indicates the place. So the place where I was born, it was Shantiniketan. So Shantiniketan is the place where I was born. So we have become familiar with the usage of where here. Then when and why. When and while are relative pronouns of time. You see the structure of when. First subject plus verb plus object plus when, that is alternative form of place, then plus verb. You see example: Saturday is the day when the week begins. Then see the usage of while: subject plus verb plus object plus while plus subject plus past form of verb. Example: Bangabandhu's political career was effectively inaugurated while he was a student of Gopalganj Missionary High School. So here we have seen the usage of while. So we are very much familiar with when and while and their usage. And then when and after. When and after, you see subject plus verb present or future indefinite verb plus when or after plus subject plus verb, that is present perfect. You see example: you can go to sleep when you have taken your supper. Or you can say like this: principal clause plus present or future indefinite tense plus when or after plus subordinate clause, that is present perfect tense. Then example, you will return me the book after you have finished reading it. After has been written here in capital letter for understanding, but in your examination you will not write like this. And then before and after is very familiar to you. Subject plus verb, past perfect tense plus before, plus subject plus verb, past indefinite tense. So here the usage of present perfect tense before and after. You see example, I had concluded the class before the bell rang. Here, so the past perfect tense has been used here, and past indefinite tense has been used after before. Past perfect tense used here before the sentence, before the word before, and after uses after, subject plus verb, that is past indefinite, after plus subject plus verb, that is past perfect tense. You see, I concluded the class after the bell had rung. Here you see after is used here. Before after we have used here past indefinite, and after that this is past perfect. So we have come to know the usage of before and after. Both sentences, in this both examples, you see the usage of past perfect and past indefinite. Whenever we use before, and the structure of past perfect will be placed before, and past indefinite after the subject. And in the usage of after, before after you have to use past perfect, and after that you have to use past indefinite. Had better. Had better refers to one's suggestion for others' welfare as well as goodness. Structure you see, subject plus had better plus verb simple form. Example, I had better save the nation. Another example I have cited here for your better understanding. So far I can remember in Chittagong board there was a question 2 years back from now, then I dash negative dash save the nation or something like that. So how to make it negative? Some students wrote, so far I can remember, I had not better destroy the nation. This is wrong. Most of the students make this wrong. Actually it will be, I had better not destroy the nation. If it is affirmative, you have to write I had better save the nation. And if you are asked to write it into negative, then you have to write I had better not destroy the nation. If you write I had not better, then it will be wrong. You will not get the marks there. And then would rather. Would rather refers to one's preference for doing anything in the sentence. That is, you have to understand here that one prefers to do something earlier than before. For example, but he does not do any illegal work. He does not even take any bribe. He would rather quit the job than do anything illegal. That is, someone here prefers to quit job. That is, he does not like to continue the job because he cannot take bribe. He cannot do any illegal work. So what is his preference? His preference is quitting the job. So here some students make a mistake that sometimes they write the word then, their spelling is THEN. This is actually a mistake. Then it must be THAN. You have to be very careful about this usage of then. Most of the students here write to like then. Then if you give a wrong spelling, then it will be another meaning. It will give the changing meaning. That is, the total meaning will be changed. So be careful about that whenever you are writing then, THAN then. And you should know the difference between THEN then and THAN then. Let alone. Let alone is used after the statements to emphasize that as the first thing is not true or possible. The next is not true or possible either. Structure, let alone plus meaningful word or phrase. Example, even when I fall ill, I do not have first aid, let alone proper treatment and medicine. Here you see, when I become sick, I do not get the first aid, Yeah, I do not get simple, medication, let alone proper treatment, let alone hospitalization, let alone going abroad for treatment, better treatment. So here you can say uh, first statements, that is statements that first thing is not true or possible, and the next action also is not possible for someone. Then what if? What if refers to what would happen if someone does something unusual or something unexpected that takes place. For example, here you see principal clause is understood while forming sentences by using what if. Interrogation as well as question mark is used here. Here you see, what if I go abroad? What if I die? What if I cannot attend the meeting? What if? That is what will happen. If I cannot do this what in time, what will happen? What if I fail in the exam? What if I don't get the job? Like this. Then as if or as though. As if and as though both are same. The refer or as though refers, or you can say as if refers to such a way that suggests something. As if, as though, cojoins to clauses. As though or as if cojoins to clauses. Structure you see, subject plus verb plus as if or as though plus past form of the verb. You see, example I have cited here. Actually, he acts as if he entered every branch of knowledge. You see, as if. There are some people in our society, you see, they want to show themselves that they are master of all things. You know, there is a idiom, there is master of all, jack of all trades, but master of none. That is, the person who shows himself a pundit, actually he is not a pundit. He shows himself he is a pundit. So don't follow these people. Don't act like this. Actually, he acts as if he entered every branch of knowledge. Here, he has been used as capital. Actually, it will not be capital. It will be in small letter. But for a better understanding, here we have used this actually pronoun he in capital letter. Actually, it will be in a small letter. Don't write it in your exam as capital letter. It will be a small letter. There are some capital letter has been used here. Have been used here for a better understanding. Actually, nothing else. It will be he, h, he. It will be small letter. And then as soon as. As soon as means as early as possible. It also means the time when someone does something or something is done. That means whenever someone is directed to do something, then he does it as early as possible. Then we use as soon as. For example, as soon as he informed us about the terms and conditions, we delivered the goods. That is, for a company, when the company was informed about the terms and conditions, and then they delivered the goods as soon as their possible way. So here, as soon as is used to do something in the earliest possible way, in the earliest possible time. So as soon as means as early as possible to complete a job, to do a work, or to accomplish an incomplete job, you can say. And then we will be familiar with what is like. What is like refers to how somebody or something is. It is basically used to know the nature of anything or being. For example, what is his English pronunciation like? If you are asked about your teacher, what is his pronunciation like, then you can say his pronunciation is Banglish. That is, his pronunciation is not like the English. What is Banglish? The word is English, pronunciation is Bangla. Then we say Banglish. For example, some people say fan, this is fan. I am going to Dhaka. So this is not English pronunciation. This is Bangla pronunciation, but what is English? So what will be here? What is his English pronunciation like? Your answer will be his English pronunciation is like the English. That is, he speaks like the English people. Or if his pronunciation is not good, you can say his pronunciation is Spanglish, or his pronunciation is not correct, you can say. Then what does it look like? What does look like refers how someone or something is. It is basically used to know the appearance of anything or being. For example, what does Elisa look like? What does Mr. Gofran look like? Gofran is Mr. Old Man, like this. You can say scarcely when, hardly when. See the structure. Scarcely, hardly plus had plus past participle of the verb. Example. Scarcely had we reached the station when the train left. Or you can say, hardly had he reached the college when the examination began. Both are same, structure same, but two different words, scarcely and hardly. No sooner than. Very important here, there is a word spelling of then. See, no sooner plus had plus past participle plus verb plus other words plus then plus past indefinite. Here example you see, no sooner had I gone out than he came. So most of the students make mistake here that they make spelling mistake here, and that is THAN, they write THEN. If you write THEN, then you will not get the marks, so it will be incorrect. The total sentence will be incorrect. So be careful about using the word then, THN, in two cases. I discussed earlier, and in this case also. Unless structure, unless or if not plus meaningful affirmative sentence. Example, you see there are three examples here. Unless you read attentively, you will fail. That means if you do not read attentively, you will fail. You will not be able to pass. Unless you start at once, you will miss the train. That means if you do not start at once, you will miss the train. Come at 8 o'clock unless I phone you. That is, come at 8 o'clock if I fail to phone you. Now come to the last thing, that is feedback. Now I shall take feedback from you. The first sentence you see, I know your birthplace. You are dash in Dinaspur. I showed you the usage of this sentence. So what will be here, you can understand easily. You are born. I know your birthplace. You are born in Dinaspur. Next you see, she is your sister, but she is missing now. You dash. What will be here? What will be here? Dash. Find her. That is, you have to find her. You have to find out her where she is, because she is your sister. Then you see, it is true that I am extremely poor. I just die then beg. Begging is the most, it will be here, is the most disreputable. There is a mistake here, I'm sorry. Begging is the most disreputable. So what will be here? I would rather die than beg. This is the preference. I should die before begging. That is, begging is very disreputable. And then you see, this is a golden opportunity to improve your life. Full stop. You dash take the opportunity. What will be here? Can you remember? This is a golden opportunity to improve. So you had better take the opportunity. You had better take the opportunity. You can write here. Then her father is not well off. That is, her father is not financially solvent. He cannot purchase a fan, dash an air conditioner. That is, you can easily understand, let alone. He cannot buy a air conditioner. He cannot buy a fan. How can he buy an air conditioner? So it's not possible. So both are impossible. So we shall practice the another sentence. Her behavior is very harsh and rude. She behaves dash she were mad. So what will be here? You can understand very well. She behaves as if or as though. As if or as though she were mad. Then you see, I have prepared the garden Look at my garden, friend. What is it? What will be here? What is it like? Then she is quite helpless. She dares earn her bread and butter by working hard. What will be here? She has to. You can say she has to earn her bread and butter by working hard. Dash the train is late. The passengers cannot reach their destination in time if the train is late. So what will be here? What would happen if the train is late? So what if? What if the train is late? What if? What will happen if the train is late? And then we took the patient to the hospital. She died. It was really painful. So it is very easy. I think you can understand it. It will be as soon as. As soon as we took the patient to the hospital, she died. It was really painful. So we have practiced 10 sentences and we have practiced some particular words and phrases which we use to complete the sentences. In further classes, we shall practice some other words, some other phrases that we use to complete the sentence. And in the concluding class, we shall practice some other exercises based on the structures and words or phrases that you will be familiar in the next class. So today I want to conclude the class. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching and hope to be connected again for the next class, and it will be the part 2 on completing sentences. My dear students, I hope you will be the active participants in the next class, and I hope you will enjoy the class. No more today. Thank you. Bye.